Hello, my beautiful divine collective. This is your girl, Phoenix Dragon Queen, coming to you with a global check in. So, during my pre shuffle, two cards popped out, and Source told me to keep them, so I will be obedient. Spiritual War. This war is ancient, far older than our modern crisis, and it plays out in both human events and the unseen realms. The spiritual battlefield is the human heart and mind. Guard both fiercely. Guard both fiercely, people. The second card that came out that Source told me to keep for this reading was Galactic Politics. The power struggles on Earth may only be a reflection of greater conflicts playing out across the galaxy, as above, so below. And our leaders might not be the highest in command. Source is the highest in command. There is no higher. There is no greater. All right? So, what's going on here? What do we have? Too many. All right. Take that one. The new generation. The new generation carries the codes of change within them. Their ideas, though disruptive to the old systems, hold the potential for a brighter future. I don't know about you guys, but I like that. That sounds really good to me. All right, what else? Okay. The energy is thick. It's like super thick. I'm being directed to take all of those. All right. What else is happening? What else is happening? I will explain them all after I get them laid out. Give me a moment to see the full picture. All right. Just a moment. We're almost. Source is saying take both of those. We're almost done. Nope. Source is saying switch that. Okay. All right. At the bottom, nope. Source says hang on. Give me a moment, folks. This is a channel that I did not expect to come. As in, I'm channeling energy that I did not expect to be channeling. All right. Source says end it there. At the bottom of the deck, we have false religion. When power replaces devotion, faith becomes a tool for control. Beware of those who use the language of the divine to serve worldly agendas. We've had this before. And what I'm getting is the spiritual community in itself is going through some upgrades and some changes, and there are some false prophets out there, some false religions, All of that is crumbling down. All of that. Controlled opposition. Beware of those who appear to be fighting for change, but are secretly controlled by the very powers they oppose. The voices of controlled opposition aim to divert true revolution and maintain the status quo. Pay attention, people. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Pay attention. Okay, so we have spiritual war. This war is ancient, far older than our modern crisis, and it plays out in both human events and the unseen realms. The spiritual battlefield is the human heart and mind. Guard both fiercely. Galactic politics. The power struggles on Earth may only be a reflection of greater conflicts playing out across the galaxy. As above, so below. And our leaders might not be the highest in command. The new generation. The new generation carries the codes of change within them. Their ideas, though disruptive to the old systems, hold the potential for a brighter future. And let me speak on this card for a minute, because the new generation does not necessarily mean the younger generation that is coming up. What I'm getting from this card, the new generation, people like me, the new generation of oracles, the new generation of hierophants, we're different. You don't see any of that karmic BS on my channel. You don't see me talking about, oh, well, this person slept with that person and blah, blah. No. I refuse to give those kinds of readings. Now, mind you, I get them. I get the same messages that the other hierophants get. I just refuse to put it out there for you to consume. Because I only want you to consume what is going to make you better. What is going to help you heal, grow, and evolve? I am a part of that new generation. Fake alien invasion. Guys, I don't pay attention to the news, but I do have a Facebook page, okay? So I see all the headlines and the BS and the mess. Why all of a sudden are they putting out all of these alien sightings and UFO stuff? Folks, the government has been in line with the aliens for centuries, okay? It's always been a thing. How do you think we went from A-track players to cassettes, albums, CDs in the short time span that we did? That was backwards engineering of alien technology. We all know that. I mean, the ones in the know, we know that. I'm just saying. All these little hoverboards we have now and these little scooters and everything. Where do you think they got that technology from? Anyways, I digress, excuse me. The sky may be filled with strange lights and spectacles, but the truth lies far beneath the surface. Question everything, for not all visitors from above are enemies. And that is exactly why I do my ET friends readings, because they're not all bad. Most of them are here to help. But what's that old saying? One bad apple spoiled the whole bunch. I'm just saying. Return to nature. Nature offers what no engineered system can: nourishment, clarity, and balance that cannot be commodified. Take time to disentangle from man-made chaos and plug into the living intelligence of Gaia, of Mother Earth. Without Mother Earth, we wouldn't exist. Climate change. The planet is undergoing profound shifts, yet forces may be at work to exploit this crisis for control. When the heart rises, when the heat rises, the answers are below the surface. The answers are below the surface. Tap into your Atlantean ancestors and guides. Below the surface, under the sea. There's some answers there. Controlled collapse. When structures fall in a pattern too precise to be coincidence. It may not be decay. It may be demolition. The blueprint for the new world is often drawn in the rubble of the old. Use your discernment, people. Use your discernment. Think about things. Don't believe everything that you hear, everything that you see. If you think I'm full of crap, call me on it. Call judgment on me. I've said it before. I'm waiting. Because I know for a fact when the smoke clears, I'm going to be the last one standing always. Because I fight for the light. Cyber attack. A cyber incident may soon unfold. It could be a routine glitch or the opening move in a larger game. Even after systems recover, the trust they once held may be compromised. I've literally closed out credit card accounts because they were hacked and people had my information. I have had fraud done on me. I have had people take out credit cards in my name, all because of a cyber attack, a data breach, a breach of trust, a breach of confidence. That's a moral for life. If you break someone's trust, you might as well just pack it in, man. Because once that trust is broken, it's gone. In some cases, you can repair it and rebuild it. But most times, not. Most times it's a superficial band-aid put over it. And both parties are just like, I'm okay with that person, yada, yada, yada. But you're really not. Trust is very, very, very important. Predictive programming, symbols, storylines, and headlines work together, training the collective mind to normalize what once seemed unthinkable. By the time it happens, the public is primed to accept it without question. All right, hear me out, folks. Seriously, the aliens have always been here. They've never left. But they're getting primed and ready to make themselves known. And that is why the government is putting out all these UFO sightings and this and that. They're trying to gear up your mind to get you ready for what's to come. Think about it. Think about, it's like this. All the violence and stuff that's on TV these days. Back in the 60s and the 70s, you didn't see that on TV. It wasn't allowed. You couldn't show a dirty diaper. You couldn't say a curse word. None of that was allowed. But look at how much violence is in the TV shows today. They normalized it. They showed it to you so much that you truly believe that is a part of everyday life. And if they can do that with violence, what else can they do? Peaceful protest. Peaceful protest. Stop watching their news. Stop watching their violent TV shows. Stop watching the violent anime with the blood and the gore and this and that. Cut that crap out of your life, man. Grow, heal, and evolve. Past that. Peaceful protest. True power doesn't always roar. Some of the most transformative movements in the world were won not by the fist, but by the unwavering presence of people united in purpose. Spreading truth. Thank you, Source. Spreading truth. In a world where disinformation spreads faster than facts, even the truth seeker must move with care. Share only what you've examined and what you trust and what you are willing to stand behind. Well, folks, this is YouTube. It's the World Wide Web. So everything that I am saying, I am willing to stand behind. Power outage. When the grid goes down, it exposes the fragility of the systems we rely on. Whether the loss of power is accidental or calculated, this is a reminder to be prepared. So I told you guys I live on the West Coast now. I used to live on the East Coast. And in New York, DC, Virginia, Philadelphia, they have actual calculated brownouts. What that means is This part of the grid goes down for 45 minutes to an hour or sometimes 2 hours, while this part of the grid still has electricity. And then it flips. This part of the grid goes out. This part of the grid has electricity. This part of the grid eventually comes back on, but then this part of the grid goes out. It's done on purpose to save electricity. Because those parts of the country, the population there is so dense that there's too many people. The grid, the man-made electrical grid, cannot hold or sustain the population. So they have to do periodic rotations of brownouts and blackouts and this and that. That's all crap. Because let's face it, put a solar panel on top of every freaking house and you don't have that problem anymore. But they don't want to do that. In some states, they want to tax you and charge you because you have a solar panel. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. Because it don't make sense to me. You know, it doesn't make sense. Paranoia. The mind twists reality when trust is absent. Be mindful when paranoia begins to creep in, and don't let fear-based thinking take over. Not everything is a threat, and not all outcomes are negative. This goes back to my regular readings. Perception. I told you guys you're going to get sick of me saying perception and perceptive. It's how you view it. It can be a positive or it can be a negative. It's how you view it. How do you absorb it, accept it, and what are you doing to move past it? Okay? Biological warfare. Illness can spread naturally or it can spread by design. In a world where science and politics intertwine, the truth can be hard to trace. Seriously, folks, think back to COVID. Think back to COVID. How fast did that spread across the entire planet? I'm just saying. The ones that know, they know what I'm saying. A hopeful future. Even in chaos, hope works quietly, opening paths that once seemed impossible. Anchor yourself in the belief that a better world is not only possible, it is being built now. And this kind of reminds me of the analogy that I gave the other day about be the weed that grows through the concrete. Be the rose that grows through the concrete, the lily, whatever you want to refer to yourself as. But be that source of light that grows through the concrete. Controlling resources. When chaos strikes, those in power move quickly, under the cover of conflict or catastrophe, across or access to vital resources can be quietly seized. I'll leave that to your imagination too. I don't want to speak too much, folks. Natural disaster. Disasters are part of the planet's renewal. Even when they disrupt human plans, this is a reminder that not all disruptions are engineered. Some arise from the living pulse of the planet itself. You know, sometimes when we get those rains and those floods, that's Mother Nature washing away the bad. When we get those tornadoes, you know, on a spiritual sense, guys, when you hear those stories about a tornado hopping around, miss this house, miss this house, miss this house, miss this house, but hit this house, on a spiritual sense, there's a reason as to why that tornado hit that particular house. I'm just saying. Supply chain meltdown. A global supply chain collapse is underway. But within chaos lies opportunity. This is a time to reestablish local networks, barter and trade, reconnect with your community and focus on self-sufficiency. And to my younger viewers that might not understand what barter and trade is, basically, okay, I have a skill that you don't have. You have something that I don't have. Let's trade. I'll do something for you while you do something for me. It's the barter system. It's been around since the beginning of time. It's how people used to get stuff done without money. Okay? Wow, I just looked up at the clock. It's been 27 minutes. Okay. Sources telling me, let's end it with a couple of dragon messages, okay? Just a second. They want to do 3, and I will allow 3. Or maybe 4. All right. So, Dragon Sense. You are intuitive, human child. You can connect with realms in between and beyond your world. We dragons can heighten and sharpen your natural intuition. Breathe in and feel your every sense awaken and expand. Breathe in, people. Let it out. Breathe in again. Let it out. Breathe in again. Let it out. Let it go. Dragon's luck. Good fortune will now be yours. We have been collecting abundance, fortunate meetings, all manner of good things for you, human child. We send them to you now. Know thou art blessed or bleaced. Dragon claws. We dragons have faced resistance, but we do not give up. We hold on until finally we break through barriers. Hold fast, human child. Take from us the strength you need and surge forward. Last but never least, Dragon Sight. To obtain your desire, you must first see it. We will now help you clear and define your vision. Let we dragons show you how to see the territory of your destiny. Alright guys, like I said, the channel is going to change a little bit. I'm going to do a deeper dive into things as Source opens that floodgate. Alright, this is Phoenix Dragon Queen signing off. Peace, love, and enlightenment. Question everything. Question authority. Just because that person is in an authoritative position doesn't mean that they have authority over you. Keep growing, healing, and evolving.